Voices, hallucinations and debilitating paranoia. Up to 200,000 Australians experience these symptoms as sufferers of schizophrenia. Health practitioners say there's not enough investment in rural and community services. And as Catherine Gregory reports, it's one of several issues being raised during Schizophrenia Awareness Week.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Computer tutorials, a cuppa and a bit of a laugh.
It's not good.
For Shane Bell, a visit to the Top-End Mental Illness Fellowship is a form of therapy.
It gets you out of the house and gets you going to a place during the day and meeting people and doing things together.
He was diagnosed with schizophrenia about 14 years ago.
It's mostly hearing voices and having hallucinations and strange thoughts, which are the distressing ones. It's rather scary here. Yeah. You lose all contact with the reality of things.
Psychiatrists say this is the most insidious part of the illness, undermining the problem-solving part of the brain.
The brain helps us understand the universe. It's one of the most remarkable organs in the human body, and it's a very complex organ, which is why schizophrenia has a range of ways of manifesting itself.
Medication means Shane no longer hears those voices, but a job is still beyond his reach.
How does that feel?
You just put up with it and try harder.
And he's one of the lucky ones.
What do you think it would be like if you were living in a remote part of Australia?
No, I wouldn't do it.
Schizophrenia rates in remote Aboriginal communities are 3 times higher than non-Indigenous people.
Low levels of education, exposure to trauma during childhood, volatile substance abuse, increasing risk factors for psychosis.
Mental health workers say this is compounded by a gap in remote mental health services. David Meldrum just launched these workshops, teaching people with schizophrenia and their carers how to lobby politicians to invest more in mental health community services.
People with schizophrenia make up about half the caseloads of the public mental health services in most places. So they get a service, but they get a very basic service.
Federal funding for mental health has increased from $1.75 billion to more than $3 billion in the last 7 years. But data from the Mental Illness Fellowship shows most OECD countries spend between 12 to 16% of their health budget on mental health services. Australia spends less than 8%.
The number of beds we have in the psychiatric system in Australia is actually slightly ahead of international comparisons. Where we lack is in decent community services to get to where people are living.
Do the rest of these. You go down and meet her.
Volunteer carer Amanda Brain is accompanying Shane to advocacy training this week. She has experienced mental illness and knows firsthand the need for a carer network.
We've been through this before, where we've been to the doctors and no one's ever said, so how's the dynamics of the rest of the family going? Because it's a pod.
She says carers are crucial to bringing schizophrenia sufferers out of hiding and into treatment or community programs.
It's something in the brain, I don't know, it just makes me relaxed, it makes me just feel better.
It's therapy.
They hope their rehabilitation will get the support it needs. Catherine Gregory, ABC News.